Look, check this out. If you are 40 years old and you do not have a trade, I want to tell you that you are in trouble. I'm going to break down what I mean by that. I work with a guy, right? This guy is actually 44, but we're going to stick with 40. He said, Gip, man, I was thinking since we've been off for this holiday break. He said, man, he said, before I left early, what he said now? We got out for the holidays Wednesday. We had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. That's what he told me. He said, yeah, man, before I left early Wednesday, I told the supervisor, he said, look, man, when we come back from the break, I want you to teach me everything you know. And the guy said, all right, I'm going to do that. He said, I'm serious, man. I want you to teach me everything you know. So I can get me a trade. At 45. But then I see, look, and then you be like, well, man, how did that happen? How did that happen? Okay. We are in 2023. I'm going to show you how this happened. All right. Now, I'm assuming this guy was born in 78. All right. By 96, you out of high school. Whether you finish high school or whatever, you out of high school by 96. All right. You didn't know nothing about trades in 96. You should have, but you didn't. So in 96, you do what the typical 18-year-old do. You're not going to college because people back then in the 90s, they didn't have money to go to college and you had to kind of be smart. I'm going to show you something now. I'm going to show you how the world don't care nothing about you. So, all right, 96, 97, you get you just, you still living with your parents, 18, 19, you get a job. You get a job at Lowe's, Walmart. If you had a job at 16, you got your fast food job. All right. Typically, if you got a fast food job at Lowe's or Walmart, something like that at 18, back in 96, 97, you're going to stay there for about 4 years. Here comes the year 2000. All right. You leave that job, you get your warehouse job, right? You're going to work that warehouse job about 3 to 4 years, right? Let me show you something. Katrina come through here in 2005. It tore Louisiana up, Mississippi up, and from Louisiana to Mississippi, tore stuff up. So 2005, man, I can get paid to clean up. So then you start doing cleanup work for 2 years, right? 2007. Well, man, I remember in 07, 05 to 08. It was a huge. I don't know if you want to call it a what you call that junk, recession, whatever it is. I remember 2007 and 8 is when I jumped into the welding game, and I remember it was so many people jumping into the trades. It was booming like crazy because around this time, 2007, 2008. Guys that had trades was making like $1,000 to $1,200 to $1,500 a week. This is 2007, 2008, when a lot of people was getting laid off. So everybody was jumping into trades. So you go from cleaning up storms, 2007, man, they need fire watches. Fire watches, what is that? Man, bro, these people they gonna pay me. This back in 2007, 2008 now. They ain't gonna pay me, bro, $14, $16 an hour to sit on a bucket and make sure nothing catch on fire. So you fire watch from 2007, 2008, 2009. All right, 2010 roll around. Another storm done jumped off, a cleanup done. I forgot what it was going. The oil spill. Oil spill, all right? So you go clean up for 2 years on an oil spill, 2012. All right, about 2013, you're back hunting. Let me give me another fire watch job. 2014, 2015, 2016. All right. Now you go get you a laboring job. Oh man, I see the high labors, they're paying like 18. Let me go grab that. So we in 2020 now. The labor job done played out. Right? 2021, you jump on a tug. Oh, work that for a year. You don't like it. 2022, And then you look up 2023, you out here working with me. You're 45 years old. You don't have a trade. And you really don't have a skill. What skill do you have? Well, I can fire watch. Well, I'm a laborer. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be honest with you, sir. This guy that you told that to, I don't understand why people feel as though their supervisor really care about them. I never understood that. Like, we had a guy, like I want to say last week, we had got sent home early. I can't remember if it rained or something, but the guy said, hey, did what the guy said, and the sound is so pathetic when he said it. Hey, did what he said now? Hey, boss man, can I at least get about 4 or 5 hours? I'm from out of town, man. You know, I'm paying for a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Can I get about 4 or 5 hours, man? I'm from out of town. Man, nobody care that you from out of town. Your supervisor is in town, and he trying to get out work so he can go drinking. He don't care nothing about your situation. So with this guy, when he told the supervisor that, man, teach me everything you know. That supervisor don't care nothing about what you got going on, man. He just trying to get a job done. He trying to get a job done. He don't care nothing about what you got going on. And the last thing he trying to do is train a 45-year-old man. Because see, here's the problem. It takes 5 years to learn a trade. It takes 5 years to learn it till we can just leave you alone. It takes 5 years for us to tell you what to do so we can leave you alone and you can take care of business. You're 50. When you finally pick it up, you're 50. And it takes an additional 5 years to master it to where you can go to any job and be the best. I'm gonna be honest. In this construction game, nobody trying to deal with no 55-year-old man. Why you say that? Because we got a lot of 40-year-olds, we got a lot of 30-year-olds, and we got some 20-year-olds running around here that's gonna work their guts out every single day. You 55. You're gonna be telling me your back hurt, your hip hurt, your knees hurt. In the construction field, there is no love for the older guys. Once you hit 55, nobody really wants you. They will hire you because you meet all the requirements, and if we need 50 welders on this job, we know out of them 50 welders, we're gonna get 10 that's sorry, and then we're gonna get another 10 that's they live on the older side. But look, we know we gonna get 20 that's gonna rock and roll. And the other 10 gonna be guys that's learning. So you can they will hire you. But when it's crunch time, they really ain't gonna need you because we want that young man. I understand that. That's why I told a guy this earlier today. I said, man, you better make all the money you can while you young. Because you cannot do this job forever. You know what? Look, that last job I worked, if I would have stayed there until retirement, I would have had to stay until I was 70 years old. I am 33, 43, 53, 63. You mean to tell me I had to get that job another 37 years before I can retire? You cannot weld for that long on your tools in those conditions. If I would have stayed there doing that under those conditions, my body would have been tore up by the time I would have hit 50. And you got to give them 20 more years. I've watched that company run many a men off that was in their 50s and 60s and pushing 70s. These jobs do not care nothing about you. So to that gentleman, that's called wasting your years. I don't know no 45, 50-year-old man can live off of a labor's salary. You can't. You have to forever split your bills with somebody else. It's another guy I work with. He don't want nothing out of life. He want to stay a laborer. He don't want to move up. He don't want to learn the trades. He want to stay a laborer and only work 40 hours a week. But you complaining about your car ain't no good. But you want to work overtime and apply yourself to get. I really don't understand some of these men. I really don't. And I'm not trying to understand them. So, man, look, if you in your 20s and 30s, you better take life serious. It's like nobody going to have mercy on you when you get 50 and 60.